Alright, everyone, it is I, Schroeder Jester Valentine, and today, oh boy, I am so glad I waited to today to do this stream because, yeah, Unity just recently, in fact, I think it was like yesterday or so, officially released an apology. Yeah, an apology. And let's just say that, yeah, it's just as bad as you think it is. They were just basically saying, we apologize for any misunderstandings you might have had about the process, and, however, despite all this, we are not going to be back down. And they're just basically just, sorry for not, all the shit they've done to cause all this, but because people misunderstood what they were saying. And we'll get into why that is bullshit as well later on, and why all that is just just complete or just complete lie. Um, and all the other shady things that have came out about Unity since then, because there has been a lot of shit that's come out about Unity since all this started recently, and as such, I decided, I should really get into all of it and just lay it all out and talk about what's been going on with Unity, you know, since I last talked about them, which is quite a bit. So yeah, let's get right into this. Let's actually do this here. And yeah, I know I am in a world I haven't explored before. I will eventually come back to it in a future stream and, give it a proper exploration. But for now, yeah, this is pretty much what I'm gonna do. And, I'm just gonna basically just, talk a bit about, both the Unity thing and also, yesterday's, birthday stream with Sarah Dynamite I was on. Which, by the way, is why I did not stream yesterday, is because I was on someone else's stream. In fact, I was on Joey Dynamite or Sarah Dynamite's birthday stream. And, oh man, I had a lot of fun. Like, Sarah Dynamite's friends are some of the most amazing people I've ever met. Sarah Dynamite is one of the most amazing people I've ever met, but their friends especially are, they're just as good as her. Well, most of them. Okay, there are a few of them that have a bit of a that are either drama queens or give me somewhat bad vibes, but for the most part, all of them are really really good people, and I loved hanging out with every single one of them, or at least almost every single one of them. But yeah, it was just a really good time. It started out in the MMD world that was broken for a few months, but now it's just been recently fixed. And then after we did a few dances, including the Ink Machine one, which, by the way, Build Our Machine is my favorite song in that particular world. Like, I just love Bendy, and, as such, that song is obviously gonna be my fucking favorite. So, yeah, that was the highlight for me there. But yeah, after we did a few dances, then we went over to Blackout, and I actually did enjoy Blackout for once. Normally, I do not particularly enjoy that game. I think it's a little overrated, but this time, nah, it was actually kind of enjoyable. Uh, at least this time, anyway. And after that, then we went and met up with one of Saratoga's friends that I kind of have a bit of a history with. Yeah, let's not get into what happened there. But, yeah, then we met up with her, and then we went off to Prison Escape for a few rounds, and then a few rounds of Among Us. It was just a great time all around. Like, I just had Loads of fun. You can watch the VOD if you want. If you want to see, what me and Sarah and them were doing on that stream. It's over on Joey Dynamite's channel. I was not streaming though because just too many people on my PC just cannot handle it. If there are that many people in the world, which by the way, yeah, fun fact about the recent tech issues. It's apparently my graphics card is starting to act up again, which is really fucking unfortunate. So yeah, I was right about being related to my graphics card somehow. It's that my encoder is just freaking out and just dropping the bitrate to 0 just because, yeah, my graphics card's all fucked up again. Which is nice. And by nice, I mean not nice at all. It is actually terrible, but, a little sarcasm never hurt anyone. But yeah, if you want to see, what happened there, then, go ahead and watch it. It's really, really good. Oh yeah, and next month, by the way, we are going to be doing a Halloween collab. So in other words, we are going to be doing another of these big collab streams. Only the next time we do it will be Halloween themed, and I'll be going as. You're gonna love this, trust me. Where is it? There we go. And I'll be going on that stream as this. Yeah. Yep! This is what I'll be doing the Halloween stream as, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, is Stormtrooper with 2 women. Yes. In fact, I actually showed it on the VOD. Or at least, on the, yesterday's collab. So, yeah. And I'll talk a bit more about it as, it draws nearer, of course. But this is just, what I'm going as. Unless I could prepare, something in time. Though, to be honest, with the, with all the, various shit going on right now, which I don't think is actually going anywhere with the, with all that, yeah, I'm a little uncertain. But I'll figure something out. I'll at least try to figure something out. Let's get back to normal. There we go. There we go! It's normal, Schrodinger's jets are Valentine now. So, anywho. But yeah, that will be, yeah, the next VOD will be around Halloween time, or the next big collab will be around Halloween time with Sarah and her friends and all that. And, so yeah, be on the lookout by then. And unless something happens, be on the lookout by then. Though, to be honest, I am a little questioning about this computer's build quality and how much longer it will last, but hopefully it'll last us long enough to get to, well into next year. That's what I'm hoping for. And then, if it does, then I could perhaps get a new PC by then, but I don't know. So, enough talking about that. Let's get to the whole Unity thing, because oh boy, a lot has come out, and there's a lot to talk about there. So, if you remember correctly, Unity or if you guys remember my last stream on this subject, which was titled Unity's new changes could ruin some of your favorite games, then you'll know that Unity has introduced a runtime fee that takes a good chunk of developer revenue away from them and charges them based on how many installs the game has, or charges them for each install. Now, while they did recently come out and clarify that this only affects legitimate first installs, it does not affect reinstalls, or it does not affect fraudulent installs or any of that shit. The big issue, the big problem here, is one, no matter what, no matter what system it is, or no matter if it's installing onto different systems and shit, those will all count as a new install. Like having your entire hard disk wiped for some reason, and installing it on your machine after that will count as a new install. Um, you know, buying the game and then installing it somewhere, and then installing it onto another PC will count as a new install. Like, there are a lot of issues with this process, and numerous game devs have come out and protest against this. They said, this was not only unfair, this would cause multiple studios to go bankrupt, this would cause irreversible damage to the gaming industry, it would cause all sorts of very negative consequences for both developers and content creators as well. Because it's not only the fucking devs who are impacted by this. No, my friends, this is impacting us too. You see, us streamers, we also get shafted by this. So, it's not only game devs that are getting massively fucked over. It's us too, and yeah, we're all very against this as well for understandable reasons. But yeah, numerous devs came out. The people behind Cult of the Lamb, a game that I might play when I get my new PC. What else? Among Us, which is mostly dead except for like the VRChat one, and several other developers all spoke out against this. And though it hadn't quite fallen on deaf ears, Unity did respond with an apology. Where do I even begin with that apology? The apology is just, where do I even begin? So, yeah, Unity's apology is, it says the following, if I pull it up here. I know that for most streams, I don't read, like written sources, but for like important like news streams like this, I don't. I actually do. Just because I want to be sure, if I'm talking about something this big and this serious, that I got all my facts right, and that I'm not just speaking from what I've heard. So, let's see here. Unity apology. So, yeah. So what they said is, they actually said, we're sorry for the confusion and angst. Confusion and angst. One, no one even uses angst really. Well, okay, that's not true. A lot of people do. But still, it's kind of unprofessional, for a company in 2010, not the 90s, not the 2000s, in like 2023 even, still be using angst. Like, angst is more of a 90s, 2000s, 2010s term. Here in the 2020s, it doesn't really work working more. That's the first thing I want to point out. I don't mean to be a bit, harping on the grammar here, but yeah, this is one point where I actually will in this case. But no. Um. So yeah, they said, yeah, we apologize for all the angst and confusion that we have caused with our announcement. And then immediately afterwards, they then said that that only the personal plan will remain free. Okay, so that's all right. So they're basically saying that only the personal plan will remain free, which that is extremely that does save hobbyists a lot of trouble if their game blows up. But I don't know. That doesn't seem like enough to me. But then again, all the other plans were charged, so I should I really be complaining? I don't know. And then right after that, they said, they said that there will be no runtime fees for it, and that it'll be basically free from the charge from the hefty fee thing that they're doing, which I'm all for, because Unity Personal is for hobbyists. Do you really expect them to have to fucking pay that? Like, they would go bankrupt if they had to pay that fucking fee. Which, yeah, that's pretty good. However, on a not so positive note, on Unity Pro and Unity Enterprise, they will still be charging this. And they will still also be charging it if your game makes over 1 million, which, things could blow up overnight. So all of a sudden, you could, just basically just wake up one day and say, yeah, and so, have to owe them all this money, all because, your game got really fucking popular and you didn't even realize it. Like, it's just still super psychotic and draconian, and I honestly, so many complaints about it. Like, oh my god. But so yeah, it's already just like, you can really see halfway through where this apology starts to fall apart. Like, it goes from a semi-sincere apology that has the word angst in it, which I'm not going to hit on them too hard for. Some people really are just stuck in the 2000s and early 2010s. But the fact that they are still thinking about doing this is beyond just, it's just, what the fuck? Just because, one, collectively, the entire user base of Unity has spoken out against this. They've called this ruling just stupid and just one of the most just plain out, just nonsensical, unhinged changes we have ever seen. And like, it's just not a good look to continue on with doing this, even after even after everyone has spoken out about it, it just makes it look really insincere. It just makes this entire thing just look very insincere, and more like they're just doing damage control and try to save face following what happened. Which, to be fair, is what I think they're doing. And also, another change is that they're only doing it to the to the latest version of Unity, which, oh, way to shoot themselves in the foot, is all I'm gonna say. Because then no one's going to get the new version of Unity. No one is going to get the newest version, and unfortunately, VRChat is planning to update to the newest version, which is absolutely horrible. Because that's one that they have the fee on. Interesting how that works. And there's also other issues with switching engine versions and upgrading the engine, period, for VRChat that I won't even get into here. But yeah, I'm not even gonna touch on that. I'm just gonna, say that that this entire thing, that this entire apology is just some of the most insincere shit I have ever seen. Just flat out. And not only that, but yeah, there's also been some really shady stuff coming out as well. So, one, it came out that before these changes were announced, the CEO of Unity, who by the way called his user base a bunch of fucking idiots who don't know any better than he does, and that he knows better than them. He sold a bunch of stock in Unity before this was announced. So he knew this was coming. He knew that, he knew that this would be a very negative reaction, that there would be a negative reaction to this. And he knew that a lot of people would either quit Unity altogether or just, have massive, massive backlash and massive complaints against it. So in other words, this entire change was very well thought out. Like, it was not this little tiny change. No, it was this very well thought out, very coordinated, very not so sudden move by Unity that they have been coordinating for a bit of time now, and knew would either destroy the company entirely or would cause massive backlash against them. And that already is a huge warning sign that, even with this apology, Unity just could not be trusted. Like, if they were willing to do this, and, willing to, screw a bunch of people over in this very coordinated setup way, then, their apology is not worth, the ink it's written on or whatever. However the fuck you want that expression to go. Yeah, it's just a really shitty apology, and it's just no, I don't trust the Unity. I don't trust anyone there, to tell the truth. Like, it's just a really, it's just a really bad situation all around. And in addition to all this, what else? Oh yeah. And in addition to all this, it also came out that Unity apparently had been in the red Ever since like a few years ago, 2020, 2021-ish. Um, like it's just really just, yeah, the more and more I read into it, the more and more I just, yeah, it's just really, yeah, it's just really confusing. But so other really shady shit that's been going on is apparently yeah, it's been coming out that Unity's financial internally was in the red. It kind of sounds like why DeviantArt pulled their recent shit is with their forced monetization policy, which by the way is all sorts of unhinged. The fact that they are actively punishing their artist base and their user base just simply for the fact that they have been in the red due to, I might add, due to bad bad management decisions by their own owners, by the developers of DeviantArt themselves. Like that on its own is all sorts of unhinged. And if this really is the case where Unity is doing the same thing as DeviantArt and is punishing their users for the fact that they've been in the red for so long, despite being, again, purely because of bad management decisions, then, like, that's just as unhinged. There is no other way to say it. That is just as fucked up and unhinged. Um, all the way. And hang on, I need to go get I need to be right back. I need to go get some food. Now, it's reads about important talks like this. I would go, be right back to get food, but I need to. Oh yeah, after I have like about 30 minutes left anyway. So, yeah, that's actually the case, then that is just as unhinged as DeviantArt, as what DeviantArt's doing, because, again, it only applies to certain kinds of art, like the forced monetization only applies to certain kinds of art, because, they knew if they applied to a bunch of different kinds, to every single kind of art out there, then they would trigger a total exodus for the site. Though let's be honest here, even just unfairly charging monetization and fees just to upload certain kinds of art is just still really unhinged and really doesn't solve the baseline problem that this is trying to amend, which is the fact that they're bleeding money. Um, no, they would have exceeded DeviantArt because another thing is, again, DeviantArt's for artists, not game developers. Whereas Unity is an engine that numerous games, including VRChat, self-use. And them, if it was really about like trying to get out of their debt and get out of being in the red, it would be all sorts of fucking unhinged. Way beyond DeviantArt. Though the thing with DeviantArt is already unhinged enough. And another really, really shady thing that came out about this. Another thing that is really, majorly, just, sorry. Just, what the fuck about this is, you know how there was a clause saying that nothing will ever be applied retroactively to older Unity versions? Well, a few days before they made their apology, or rather an entire week before they made their apology, they removed that clause and doubled down substantially, saying that all versions of Unity will be applied under this, which completely contradicts what they're saying in this new apology, which is that only certain versions, the newest version, will have to deal with this. So, it's just completely, it ruins the way that they do it, and it just ruins, everything about their plans. Like, it's really just started to just not make any sense whatsoever. As far as this is concerned, it's just like started to get to just nonsensical levels of what the fuck here. Like, I honestly do not because they just keep going, oh, we're going to enact this fee, and then they just walk back and say, oh, we're not going to. Yes, we are for all universe. And then, like, it's just back and forth and back and forth. Like, sometimes I wonder what's genuinely going on over there. Are they really thinking this through? Or what's really going here? In fact, they said that, and one very damning thing about this apology, and one one thing that just completely blows up the argument is that they say they did not think this through, and that this was a last-minute change. Last-minute, my ass. If it wasn't carefully thought through, then how come your CEO sold off a lot of his stock? Like that's the big thing about Unity is how come the CEO sold off so much if it was genuinely not thought out? And that detail just completely destroys everything in this argument. It really just shows that, yeah, it is just them trying to save face. They are not being genuine. They are not telling the truth. They are not, being honest. And they're just basically just outright just lying to your face about all this. And that probably most of what is in that apology is very hard to trust, needless to say. Like it really, it just falls apart, and just falls flat on its face, and makes no sense. Whatsoever. Like, to give you an example, I know that I've been hating on that DeviantArt is such a good, it is such a target, but their bad decisions as of recent with their forced monetization shit have also made them an easy target. But yeah, to give you an example of what that would be like, um, them walking back and saying that this wasn't coordinated, that this was a sudden change, last minute change to whatever. Unity saying that, it would be like if DeviantArt today sent an apology saying, "Hey, our recent new forced monetization of a lot of hardline work was not planned. It was very sudden." When DeviantArt shit was, they even admit it was planned. Okay, like they even admit it was planned in response to the fact that their entire their stock is so way down and their revenue is way down, their traffic is way down, all because of, the shit they pulled, that they absolutely have to start unfairly monetizing work and removing any work that doesn't fall into said bullshit monetization systems. Um, so they admit, at least DeviantArt admits that was planned. Um, Whereas Unity, they are not admitting it at all. They are just straight up they're straight up just fucking lying, and are not, they are not being honest here at all. And I find it very hard to trust half of what they say in the half of what they say in this apology, especially because um here's the really big thing. The really big thing is just simply that the really big thing with Unity period and with all that period is that um like it was very clear that there was a lot of shady shit going on leading up to this update, and yeah, it's just I don't know what to say about this except that holy shit, Unity has gone from just plain out nonsensical to just actively malicious at this rate. And yeah, that's pretty much all I'm gonna say there. Really, Vixen? Come on now. We only have like 20 minutes left. But yeah, I don't really know what to say about all this except that, yeah, my graphics card freaked out there for a minute. Except to say that that, yeah, just reading through this entire apology, just gives me very just, uh, it just gives me very untrustworthy vibes. Like, they are obviously trying to save face because they realize that so many people are calling them out for this, and that so many people are, calling them out for being dishonest like this, and not, and not telling the truth, and just flat out lying to people. And I think that's good because here, where no, they're just trying to save face because they know that so many people are pissed off with them right now over their shit, and I think that's what's really going on. Because here's the big thing: is that if it was a genuine apology, then they wouldn't walk back half of what they said, if they are even walking it back. Again, I don't really trust Unity as far as I could throw them half the time right now. For a good reason, I might add. I mean, just look at what happened recently. Um, but yeah, I don't really trust anything they say right now. They could just totally be try to save face and then just going to apply it full later on. Um, and combined with the really, really worrying and shady stuff that's come out about them recently, you know, um, like it's just looking worse and worse and worse for Unity as a company. And this entire change is just looking way, way more malicious, and like they are not giving the full story as to what's going on. Because if it genuinely is what I'm thinking it is a DeviantArt scenario where they're just trying to find things to regulate and unfairly monetize and fine and fee to try and dig themselves out of the red. um then that would be all sorts of unhinged. But a lot of what came out also hints that that there might be some other shit going on too. Like, I don't really know. Um, Especially the way that they are suggesting that is a sudden change. Because here's the two ways that could end. Here's the two ways that it being a sudden change could end. So way number one is with it actually being a sudden change, in which case, we're gonna have to speculate. What's really going on? Like, who is pulling the strings? Or is it carefully coordinated change, in which case then, yeah, it's just greed and just a really really greedy and unhinged way of solving a problem by punishing the user base, instead of fixing the actual issues with the company, with the platform, with the game engine itself. And it's just very lazy. And it's just the route that DeviantArt took, which is to punish their own user base for the fact that they're running out of money. So if that is the case, then it could be the same thing as that. But for now, all I am gonna have to say is, we're gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna have to wait and see what's truly going on here. And because to be honest, I'm not so sure. You're not so sure. Um, like this entire thing. The more and more I hear about it, it just makes less and less sense. But yeah, so So there you have it on the Unity updates. I don't really know. Again, I'm not going to rush to conclusions yet, but I am gonna say there's a lot that just doesn't add up. And oh my god, my graphics card is struggling right now. What the fuck? Um, what the fuck, Vixen? Come on, just a little longer. But yeah, uh, as I would say before my GPU started giving out again, um, which I need to check my graphics settings or something because something with the GPU is causing its encoder to go crazy. And I don't really know what that is. But yeah, like I don't really know what to think. I'm not gonna jump to conclusions. I mean, there could be an entirely new variable that could come out in the near future that no one was anticipating, and it could just, be something related to something that I haven't even considered. Um, but, for now, I'm going to err on the side of caution and think that either, it's either just them trying to be greedy and trying to punch their user base in the most asinine, fucked up, and unhinged way possible for the fact that they've been in the red so long, aka, basically pulling a DeviantArt, or, pulling what DeviantArt did just recently. Um, or, it could be something else. It could be something way deeper that we have not even considered. I mean, the way that this is all done, and the way that this is all being carried out, and the way that everything they say is just so conflicting, and so like they just change the story each time to the point where I really do sometimes wonder in the back of my head, was this planned? Was this demanded? Was this a result of external pressure? Like, I really do wonder because they just keep changing shit in the most I don't even know what to say ways, and each change is just so radically different from the other, and or rather, each description of their changes is so radically different from the last one to the point where I don't even know what's happening anymore. Just no clue whatsoever. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out is all I can say. And who knows? It could be something we just haven't figured out, or uh, taken into account before, or something of that nature. But for now, yeah, but for now, I'm pretty much resting my case. I'm pretty much, just gonna leave off with that. You could tell me what you think. You could tell me, what you think's going on in the comments. I'm more than happy to hear. I'm more happy to at least entertain your theories, your ideas, whatnot. But for now, I pretty much rest my case. Um, at least as far as all that is concerned. If there are any more updates on it, or any of that, then of course I'm going to stream about them. Of course I'm going to talk about them. But for now, I think that's it for the Unity story, at least for now. Until more things come up and until more things pop up, that's pretty much it. Um, as far as the whole Unity story is concerned. So yeah, that's But anywho, so that was pretty much was it for the stream? I'm not so sure. Not really yet, but yeah, that was pretty much mostly for the stream. So as I said before, I have no clue what's going on with Unity anymore. Like a lot of their decision making and a lot of the things that they are saying, a lot of the a lot of the constant updates on these changes they're making are just so, like e- each time I think it couldn't get any more what the fuck, it manages to do so. Like not gonna lie, I really do not understand what's going on over there at all, and yeah, it's just a really just bad situation all around. And hopefully by the end of this, either, the truth finally comes out, and we, get the truth that, either it was just an asinine way to punish users, or that something more is going on, or whatever happens. Whatever happens, happens, and we gotta live with it. Either of those three things happens, and that's what I'm pretty much expecting. Um, or at least what I pretty much hopes happens is that either they walk back entirely, the truth comes out, or any of that thing. Either one of those happens, then I'm cool. I'm cool. But uh. But yeah, I don't really, like it's just devolved into so much, confusion and to the point where I just don't even know myself anymore half the time. Like I really do not know what their true plan is. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll find out for ourselves in the future. But for now, yeah, I don't really know. I mean, it could just be them pulling DeviantArt, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe something more will come out eventually, and then yeah, it will just be oh boy. But that's pretty much all I have on it for now. And in my opinion, the apology is just half bullshit, half bullshit, half-hearted attempts to at least seem sincere. But I don't trust anything in it. Like they could totally. There we go. They could totally go back on all this and just completely say, we're going to be we're going to try, but we're just going to but no, we're not going to hold ourselves to any of those terms, and we're just going to go back and just stab everyone in the back after making that huge ass apology. They could totally do that. I don't really know what's gonna happen next with this company, to be honest. Like it really, yeah, I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. But whatever happens, happens, and that's what's important. Now, what will I be doing next week? Next week, I will have a stream on Tuesday, not Monday, Tuesday. Monday I will be working on more Abby shit. I gotta get my my new Salem Abby ready. I also gotta get several things with Midas finished up. I gotta get a lot of stuff done as far as Abby's are concerned. So yeah, tomorrow's my day off, period. But Monday, I will be working on Abby's, and then after that, we'll see where we go from there. That's pretty much my general plan, more or less. We'll see where we go from there. And maybe this Tuesday I could start streaming Fortnite, Honkai Star Rail, or any other games that are not VRChat for once. Or hell, I could even do I could even do an Undertale related stream if I absolutely feel like it. Again, don't quote me on that, but I just throw some ideas out there. But oh, hello, Amy Rose, how you doing? It's not my birthday. It's actually Joey Dynamite's birthday stream is what I was talking about. It's not my birthday. You got that wrong. And plus, the actual birthday stream happened yesterday. Just so you know. I'm pretty good. I'm about to be finishing up here, though. Uh, and also, by the way, the next big collab with everyone, real quick, guys, the next big collab with everyone is going to be happening around October, mainly around Halloween. So get ready for that. And I, of course, will be wearing my Stormtrooper avatar you have seen in the beginning. It's or I've shown you earlier. It's really something. That's all I'm gonna say. And also, hey, but yeah, that is pretty much it. Um. Oh yeah, one more thing. One more thing. Um. I will also the overlays are currently in the works. I am near getting the the new Just Chatting one done as well. So I am one step closer to the big re-debut, which is really exciting. I am really gonna be quite excited for this. And it will include an all new custom Abby. I might still do the God Revenger thing, but to be honest, I'm not really sure. Because again, my budget is very restrictive. I don't have a lot of money, so yeah, I don't really know if I will actually be doing the whole God Revenger type deal. But if I do, then it'll be pretty awesome. But several alternatives I have been looking into is, well, you'll see then. It's really I think you guys are gonna like it. I think it's gonna be quite good, and it's gonna be like an actual like good Abby, like a lot of the ones I made so far. Which not to say that they're good or not good. Um, they're just this is probably gonna be a whole other level compared to those. Um, so yeah, all I can say is hold on to your hats because yeah, these might get pretty awesome down the line. But for now, I pretty much gotta go. I can't stay here forever. You pretty much know the drill. So thank you all for watching this wonderful stream here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, week, whatever. And I'll see you all on Tuesday for whatever I do then. So yeah, good night everyone. Stay classy everyone, and good night. And I'll see you all on Tuesday for whatever it is I have planned then. So yeah, see you then everyone.